I'm Josie Foster and I run a company called Furnishing Studio. Please refer to the website if you want to know more. Here is a guide to soft furnishings. How to make a bed valance, and what is a bed valance? Well, here's a simple one. And a bed valance covers the divan under the mattress, and it actually finishes off a bedroom quite nicely. Some divans have drawers underneath here. This one doesn't. So this bed valance is all in one piece on the skirt, and it's called a simple kick pleat bed valance. And it goes all the way around on 3 sides, each side and the base. The top of the valance can be made in an ordinary curtain lining because after all you're not going to see the top, but you will see the sides of the top. So the top of the valance is cut to the size of the bed base, including the corners, shaped to the size and shape of the bed base. It is then a good idea to machine stitch facings on the bed base of the valance fabric, mitering them in the corners for neatness. This actually allows you not to see the lining under the mattress, because sometimes the mattress doesn't quite come to the edge. So once you've done that, you stitch on some piping if you're going to stitch piping on. Sometimes we don't put piping on, we just put a double stitch edge, and the double stitching goes on the bed vase instead of on the skirt, and that actually keeps the seam in place. And then we cut out the skirt to fit the bed vase. The skirt of the valance is cut to the length of the valance from the top of the bed vase, plus hemming allowance and seam allowance. That's normally 6 centimeters. And then the valance is lined like you would a normal loose cover valance. It is then pleated up to fit the bed vase and stitched, the pleats stitched in place before you actually stitch it all together. This helps the pleats not to move when you're stitching the valance together. And once all the pleats, I normally put one in the middle of the side edges of the valance to hide any seams. There is a seam in here, there it is, of the fabric, because fabrics are only 140 wide, beds are normally 2 meters long, and therefore you need to hide the seam, and that pleat normally does that. And then you've got another pleat at the edge here, you've got another pleat at the base, and the same on the other side. At the top of the bed, you can either go to the top of the bed with a hemmed edge on the top of the bed vase, or you can put a flap at the top, which would go round the mattress, round the bed vase and secure it better. You then actually stitch on the skirt and oversew it with either piping or, as I said before, a top stitch. And that's how you make a valance.